Hey everybody, I'm Chris. I'm all set to count down this week's 40 most popular country songs in the nation as they're ranked each week by MediaBase 24/7 for the week of July 29th, 2023. I got two debuts on the chart this week. Before I get to those, let's take a look back at last week's top three. At number 3 was Need a Favor by Jelly Roll. Number 2 was Last Night by Morgan Wallen. And the number 1 song last week was Fast Car by Luke Combs. Now, can Luke be fast at number 1 for a second week in a row? We'll find out 39 hits from now. First, we get started with the latest by Carly Pearce and Chris Stapleton as they spend the second week at number 40 with We Don't Fight Anymore. And here's the first of our two debuts. At number 39, it's a brand new one by Nate Smith. It's the follow-up to his number 1 hit from back in February called Whiskey on You. At number 39 this week, here's World on Fire. Up a notch to number 38, fourth week in the countdown, here's Hardy with Truck Bed. At number 37, moving up one, it's Darius Rucker with Fires Don't Start Themselves. And here's her second debut, coming in at number 36 to follow up to the recent number 2 hit from about a month ago called You. Here's Dan and Shay with Save Me the Trouble. And with those two debuts, we say goodbye to two droppers. Falling off this week are Heaven by Then and Memory Lane. Right on with the countdown, up 2 spots to number 35 is Brian Kelly with See You Next Summer. In her 5th week in the countdown, she's up a notch to 34, Gabby Barrett with Glory Days. Up 1 to number 33, it's Riley Green and Luke Combs with Different Round Here. Up 1 to number 32, it's Chase Beckham with 23. And moving up 1 to number 31, George Burge and Mind on You. In his 13th week in the countdown, he spends the 3rd week at number 30, Jackson Dean with Fearless. Up 2 spots to number 29, Brothers Osborne with Nobody's Nobody. Up 1 to number 28, here's Connor Smith with Creek Will Rise. Up 1 to number 27, Mitchell Tenpenny with We Got History. Holding at 26 this week, Ashley McBride with Light On in the Kitchen. Up 2 spots to number 25, Jason Aldean with Try That in a Small Town. Slipping back a spot to number 24, Chris Jansen with All I Need Is You. And moving up 1 to number 23, Dustin Lynch with Stars Like Confetti. Leaping 3 spots to number 22 is Morgan Wallen with Everything I Love. And dropping back a spot to 21, here's Dylan Scott with Can't Have Mine. At number 20, dropping back a spot, is Kelsey Ballerini with If You Go Down. Up 2 spots this week to number 19, it's Lainey Wilson with Watermelon Moonshine. And here's the biggest mover this week, up 4 spots to number 18, Russell Dickerson with God Gave Me a Girl. At number 17 again this week, it's Haley Witters with Everything She Ain't. Up 2 spots to number 16, Luke Bryan with But I Got a Beer in My Hand. Up 1 to number 15, Tim McGraw with Standing Room Only. Up 1 to number 14, Chris Young with Looking for You. Up 1 to number 13, it's Cole Swindell with Drink a Bye. In his 10th week in the countdown, he's up 1 to number 12, Bailey Zimmerman with Religiously. And at number 11, the song has been on the chart the longest at 36 weeks, climbing another spot. Here's Parmalee with Girl in Mine. All right, leading off the top 10 this week, up 1 to number 10, becoming his 22nd top 10 hit. It's Thomas Rhett with Angels. Here's a former number 1, down 2 spots to number 9, Tyler Hubbard with Dancing in the Country. And moving up 2 spots is Kane Brown at number 8, called Bury Me in Georgia. Dropping back a spot to number 7 in his 27th week on the chart, it's John Party with Your Heart or Mine. Leaping 3 spots to number 6, Luke Combs with Love You Anyway. Here's a recent number 1, down a spot to number 5, Jordan Davis with Next Thing You Know. At number 4, moving up 1, it's Justin Moore and Priscilla Block with You, Me, and Whiskey. Down a spot to number 3, Morgan Wallen's former number 1 hit called Last Night. And the second ranked country song this week, moving up 1, it's Jelly Roll with Need a Favor. And the number 1 song in country music for the second week in a row belongs to Luke Combs. It's his 17th number 1 country hit called Fast Car. Until next week, I'm Chris. Thank you for listening.